Good evening, guys, and welcome. Today I'm going to be bringing you a Hobbit speedrun glitch video tutorial beta discovery mode video. Something along those lines anyway. I haven't quite decided exactly what I'm doing, but it's pretty close to that. I wanted to share with you guys a new trick that I found. I'm pretty sure no one else has found this one before. And it lets us do a couple of interesting things in terms of gameplay. So first I think what I'll do is I'll show you the trick. I'll show you one of the interesting things, and then I'm going to follow up with a super interesting thing, which is an exploration of a beta section of one of the levels, part of the game that you can no longer get to normally by using this trick. Now, a couple of prerequisites. One, you're going to need stones. As you can see, I have stones to throw up in the top right corner. That's really important. Second thing of note, this won't work on any ledge where you can grab. So for example, this ledge, if I shuffle forward, I'm going to grab it. This ledge is no good. You can't align yourself in a way that will let you drop off. So you need to find an object where you can't grab the ledge and fall off it. Now, innately, there is not one in this area. These are all ledges that you can grab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one for myself. So, cool little trick. In the speedrun of the game, we actually use a ledge grab to kind of get out of bounds. We can do the same thing here. Oh, interesting. Everything unloads if I look this way. Good job. So I'm just going to let go of this ledge and kind of slam backwards and fall out of bounds. That's fine. What I'm doing there is just unloading part of the game. So we've unloaded this part of the game, as you can see. If I step off the edge, we step off the edge. But that's ideal. It's now given us a ledge that we can drop off. So what I'm going to do, and just before people ask, no, unfortunately I cannot jump over here. That would be nice, but there is a wall in the way. That makes me really sad. But it happens, so that's fine. How you do this. Put yourself on the literally the last pixel of the object that you want to fall off. First person mode, look slightly left and throw a stone. That will drop you off the edge. So this is actually a section where we can use this in the game. That actually lets us get into this other chamber nice and quickly without dying, which is exactly what we want to do. So, shuffle off. There you go. That's a slight step down. Throw a stone. So we're going to turn around, and I'm going to tab myself out of first person and do a power slam into the ground. Oh, I slightly mistimed this, I think. Yeah, I did. That was unfortunate. I did it slightly too late. So we can take another stab at this, I believe. I have to be careful, as I think it's possible to kill myself here. But what we did there is we took ourselves... Oops, I was a little far off the edge. Took ourselves out of first person. And then we immediately did a slam towards the ground with the stick. The idea there is actually it's not so much going down that we want to do there. It's we want to get horizontal momentum going. So the only way to do that is by using the stick to slam yourself into the ground, as that gives you this forward momentum component, which is exactly what we need. Oh, too late again. Damn it. Okay. I think we get one more shot. Both of those, the first one took half a heart, the second one took a heart, so I think I've got one more shot before it kills me. I'm going to actually put myself slightly further to the right. Okay, so we're in position. Look left. Throw a stone, start falling. And we got it! Took one heart. So we have managed to land on this step here. Be slightly careful, there is a wall here. And if you touch walls in this game from the outside, you will clip back inside. It will trap you in the wall. Thankfully enough, this hitbox actually extends a fair distance off the edge of this. As you can see, I'm kind of stood in the air, so we can just walk over. And I tend to long jump into this wall because I think it makes it a little bit more reliable. But there you go. That's a way of skipping that section, that huge section of the game, using the slow falling technique. I think in practice it's a little bit slower than the technique we currently use for the run, but I think it's really cool. We can also now use this in another section of the game, which will now let us explore one of the previously unexplored sections of the game that has some really kind of cool mechanics that never made the final cut. So I will see you there. Alright guys, here we are. This is the level A warm welcome. We are now going to go explore an area of the game that has previously not been found before or not got to before. So this area of the game I think was noticed. This isn't as extensive, I don't think, as the Underhill Overhill segment of the game, which really was a whole variation of the level that was completely unfound before. So this is what I think was an extra section that was originally designed for this level. It was originally designed to be part of the playable game, and then for whatever reason was scrapped, maybe time constraints or complexity reasons. So we are now out of bounds from a warm welcome. As you can see, the water, stops in midair, because water does that. Anyway, so now that that's happened, usually in the game we would jump down into this great big abyss beyond, and there are rooms and such down there which we want to get to. However, in this particular example, we are going to run out into the night. As we see, it's getting lighter, and we see things through the floor. What is this? What is this madness? So this is where we want to get to. So there is some really cool stuff down here. Now, usually in the game, we get into this room down here. There is an item over here that we want to pick up, and then we clip ourselves and put ourselves back up here. And usually if you actually played the game properly, where this level would end, the whole level itself, is in this little corridor down, which I apparently can't get an angle on. Down here, as you can see, I'm kind of trying to find myself. There we go. This corridor here. Usually what would happen when you completed this level properly is you'd pick the item up and you would jump around a little bit, get up onto this platform, walk through this door, and you'd hit a cut screen right here. And then this would ping you back up into town. You would talk to Bard, and he would say, "Thank you so much for finding the arrow." And then he gets to fire the arrow at the dragon, because he hates dragons. Silly man. But there is this whole huge area down here that you can't get to. And I think it would be really cool if we could get to it. So let's go do that, shall we? So again, what we want to do is I first want to line myself up, because I have to fall at a somewhat specific spot. And then we need to find the edge. Now, the edge I showed you earlier is much, much easier to find, so I have to make sure I don't hit anything here. Okay, so I fell right off the edge. As you can see, this is pretty much, nigh on possible to see this edge. Oh, yeah. So I fell off the edge and killed myself. Fantastic. It's obviously not ideal. So what I think I'll do is I'll walk myself back to that edge for you, super fast, and then we can continue. Okay guys, and we are back. We are back on our invisible plane. Now I think I have just about found the edge of where this is. Like, I don't think this will even pick up. There is a slight, and I mean very slight, lightening of color to the left of where I am currently standing. That is our edge. That's where we need to be. So we're going to try and shuffle up to this without dying. Put ourselves right on the edge. I think that's it. First person mode. Bro. I am not moving. I am not in the right place. I think we... Okay, 1 pixel further forward, I think. Yes, and we got it! So we are falling down. We are falling, we are falling. So we are going to fall right on top of this pillar, which is, or beam, or whatever else you want to call it, which is where we want to be. And to the beam. Beam. And luckily for us, the beam is nice and solid. Fantastic, thank you, beam. As soon as we stopped, came out of first person. As we see, we can walk around. Amazing. Now I've got to kind of do a somewhat risky jump. I need to jump basically onto this panel over here. Else trying to jump down like that will actually kill me. So, and we're good. So we got over, and we're down. Fantastic. So this is the corridor where the level would end. But because these doors aren't open, the cutscreen's not here. And usually you would get to about here, and all you would see is these boxes, and you would go, oh, that's not very exciting, and the level would end. But it actually turns out this room is fantastic. So we're going to do a little bit of an exploration. So there's some stuff in here that's been seen before. First thing to note, as we saw earlier, there is no water here. So clearly this section is not finished. So some of the mechanics we have seen before. This little platform over here. Jump on this one. And we're gone. So as you can see, it's not great. We kind of slid with it and then kind of grabbed the edge, which was impossible to grab. But we have seen those before. Those exist in this level as kind of collapsing platforms. I don't think they quite look as cool as this one. This one's kind of got hinges and stuff on the end, but oops. But we have seen that mechanic before. Some of the mechanics we haven't seen, though, are a little bit further over. As I fail that jump again. Fantastic. Okay, so the first kind of cool thing is this kind of platform here and its brother in front of me. Kind of wibbly wobbly. I don't think there's any of the platforms that kind of do this kind of independent movement thing. It doesn't collapse or anything on me, but it's kind of unique. This post confused me. I'm assuming there was originally going to be an item up there or something, but like you can get to it. I think I've done it before. It's kind of tricky. And so then post, and then onto one really cool mechanic. Are these blades? Now this is awesome. There is nothing in the game, as far as I know, that kind of does this. I think the closest you might get is a Gathering Clouds, where you have the kind of runway system that goes round and round. But even that is kind of not like this. Just a small kind of, difficulty mechanic on kind of how you would traverse. These things are really cool. As you can see, they're not kind of quite configured correctly. It doesn't actually push me off the edge. But it's still pretty cool, right? I think it gets a little bit funky if I try and stand on it, if I remember rightly. Stand. Stand. Oh, we're good. Da 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 da. We're kind of sliding on it a little bit, which is interesting. Oh, we're taking a small ride, it's kind of cool. So I think these things are awesome. Like, I think it was probably removed because it made the level too long. This is already one of the longer levels in the game. And these things, I guess, are considered a little bit complex, maybe. Ooh, so the jump was kind of weird there. We just didn't get any forward momentum. But I think they're pretty awesome. But to make it even more awesome, we get a double dose of these things. So check these bad boys out. These guys I think are even cooler. I actually think I prefer these ones over those ones. Look at these things. These things look menacing as all hell. It's gonna. No. And no. And we get no. Not going. So don't know. And there is like freaking 5 of them, man. It's insane. So let's see if I can get to the other end. I'm just gonna run it. I'm not gonna jump. I'm just gonna run. See if I can get my timing skills going. There's a pattern. I believe there's a. No, I don't think there is. I'm gonna go for it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. No, don't got caught. I got hit again. Oh, we're okay. Whew. Okay. Didn't manage to knock us off. I think that's okay. Actually, I don't think this one can knock us all off at all, right? Nope. Okay. So that one can't even knock us off. But not quite complete. But these things are pretty cool. Like, I'm kind of a big fan of these. And they're just an insanely cool mechanic. Like, there is just nothing in the game that's kind of, I'm going to smack you off the platform. Even the bad guys, if they hit you off the platform, it's usually bad luck. They're not really designed to do that. They just have very, very small knockbacks. These things, though, not enemies, just kind of obstructions designed to kind of impair your gameplay and make you think a little bit. I think it's a shame they got removed, right? Like, I would have loved to have seen some of this kind of stuff. Like, in games in general, I love these small things. I think it makes a big difference to how a game is played. So actually, I think we can. Hang on. Am I right in thinking if I just put myself here, that I can just kind of. Oh well, I think the idea was there. I think the execution may be slightly poor, but you get the idea, right? I think these things are pretty cool. Can I stand on one of these? No, it hit me. Woohoo! And we're off to the races. Wow, that's going to give someone nausea. Ah! Okay. I'm still following it as I fall. What is this magic? Okay. Maybe not look completely fixed, but it was pretty good, right? So we have another one of our pusher friends here. So those... Ooh, nearly off the edge. So I think those are some pretty cool mechanics, actually. They're kind of impressive. And it's a real shame they never made it into the final game. You just really don't see these kind of mechanics like anywhere else in the game at all. So they were obviously designed purely for this level and then scrapped. And considering this is like the second like fairly complete beta area we've found in this game now, I wonder how many other areas possibly exist. But we're not done yet. There is some more magic to be found in this level, so I'm gonna try to skip over here. Kind of a cool ladder. You don't see any one-width ladders. I know it's like a small thing, it's a small detail thing, but there are no one-width ladders anywhere. So that's it's kind of awesome. I kind of like that. That's a nice touch. Anyway, so falling ropes. We have seen this before. Ah, so we've seen some more drop platforms. And what are these things at the end? Wait for it. Ping. So I don't think these right at the end are actually remotely finished. I think they're missing like half their animation, which is why they freak out. Now we did grab it. Okay, so what you saw there was a cut screen, and what it's done, I think, is open a door up here, or at least it mimics to open a door. But what you'll see as I attempt to get up here, and there now will be many attempts, is that there is actually no door up here at all. So where that door opens, don't know. I haven't actually found it. I have tried. I can't find it anywhere. So it is possible to get up here. I am going to try my hardest for you guys. It's really, really, really not easy at all. So wish me luck. There now will be many attempts. Possibly a fast-forwarded video section. Nope, missed it. We're dead. Okay, here we go again. And it's up. It's down. Oh, missed it. Apparently I can't get the height for it anymore. I don't... Nope. So I have to actually be closer. Okay. There we go. Let's take another stab. Pwah! So, as we can see, there is no real technique to what I'm doing. I'm just kind of jumping up when I think it's like viable that I might get on the platform. Is pretty much what I'm doing. That's about it. So I think there's a bit of a knack to getting up this. Kind of... I don't know. In theory, I think this is all more than possible. In practice, it appears to be way more difficult. I have done it before. So what we're going to do, because I have failed this multiple times, is we're going to take the shortcut method. Which I'm kind of demonstrating how that works right now. So, as seen a couple times in the actual speedrun, these wooden paneling, you know, they're pretty good, letting us kind of do pretty much whatever we want. And the same goes for these ones. So I'm gonna... Okay, so I have failed to get up to them multiple times using the spinning plates. It is possible, so if you want to waste a lot of time, feel free to try. However, these wooden panels are pretty fantastic because, well, I can just stand on them. So let's take a small walk over here. And skipping our panel friends entirely. As you can see, flip. And then I think a little bit of work will probably be required. Just ping ourselves up to that top bit. Oh, didn't grab it. I thought we'd be able to grab it. Let's see if we can try that again. Ah, and we got up. Fantastic. Kind of a little bit dodgy on that corner, but that's fine. And so we get up here, and we find there is no door. So as we mentioned earlier, there is a weird cut screen that plays down here, and I'll go re-trigger it now, I think. That plays when... Oh, in a second. That when we get here. But as we can see, there isn't actually anything here. Now, if I get the right angle, you can see there's a hole up there. So my guess is, at some point, there was supposed to be a rope attached, and they removed it or took it away or never put it in the first place. That was going to lead to maybe another room and more stuff out there. But unfortunately, there is nothing there. But let's go back and watch our mystery door cut screen one more time. Oh, he says no. Apparently not. We'll go the long way around. We'll trigger our cut screen again. So or not. I would love it if one of my viewers could find where this door is. If you explore and you find this door, do let me know, because those planks, it won't even let me get down. You can never leave ever again. There we go. So if you can find where the super secret hidden door is. So there we go. Now to me that looks like it's in the river puzzle room. But why it triggers when we come through this way just, blows my mind. I have absolutely no idea why it would do that. But anyway, guys, that is the secret area of this level. Previously unreleased alpha content. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hope you have learned something new. I will find more of these beta level areas using various techniques, and we can show them all off. I'm sure there are more, considering we've already found 2 significantly large ones. Anyway, guys, this has been Quantum TM with my trusty companion Bilbo, signing out.